My dear friends, today we're going to play a wonderful song by Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's called Proud Mary, and it features one of the most iconic rhythmic introductions of all time. I'll play it for you. Left a good job in the city, etc, etc. We'll get to the song in a minute. Before we go any further, please download your idiot-proof paperwork, which you will find by clicking the blue link at the bottom of this video. All right, if you don't see it straight away, click the more button and you'll see it there. It's a blue link and you'll download your idiot-proof. It is idiot-proof. Do these things for me. It tells you exactly what to do, chord shapes, beats, you name it, and a full version of the song here at the end. We'll get into all that blah 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 as well. Okay, so before I go any further, I want to thank all my friends at Patreon, all the people who subscribe to my new Patreon platform, for bringing this video to you, because they are very kind enough to support the Fen and Rob channel, and also those people who are kind enough just to buy me a cup of tea or a cup of coffee by clicking the thanks button. All right, and also those people that do the thumbs up, because that really helps, because it does circulate the channel a lot more, gets more people to see it, and I get more subscribers, which is great. And all this stuff, by the way, is free. I own the paperwork. If you want to send it to your friends, you know, don't ask me for permission. I'm giving you permission now. You do what you want with it, all right? That is my gift to you, all right? Anyway, we've got a nice treat, because it's a wonderful, wonderful song. Let's have a look at it. So, paperwork. Have a look at your paperwork, download it. If an advert comes on, don't run off. Just put up with it, get a cup of tea and come back. All right, let's have a look at this chord. C. Now, this is more of a beginner's lesson. Having said that, you know, the rhythm for this is quite advanced at the beginning. So those people who've been playing a while, you know, keep watching. Well, I want you to play your C like this, not like this. I want you to play a full C, all right? C like this, okay? The diagram will show you exactly how to play it if you're not sure. C. The reason I want you to play it like this is because I want you to be able to play the bass string. We don't want to hear that horrible E banging away, right? C like this with a G over the top. That's the C. Then we're going to keep this finger where it is, because we're going to do a quick move to an A major. And I want you to play your A like this, in order that we can use that second finger as a fulcrum. It's a word I haven't used since Science 1975. I think that's the right word. So there we are there. You're going to sort of use that as a pivotal thing, okay? C to A, C to A. So we need to get used to doing that. The first thing you want to do, without making a noise, you can just do that, get used to that change. You'll see why in a minute. And then we're going to be playing a G, which I want you to play like this. Not like that, like this. Because I want you to keep your first finger free. Because again, we've got some quick changes here. The chord after the G is going to be an F, which means that we can just drop that finger onto the bar whilst putting these three fingers into the F position to make the full F major. If you can't do a full bar, you can abbreviate it and play the F by stopping strings 1 and 2, but you still want to be playing the other three here. Okay, what about the bass string? Well, you can't play it open, that's a definite no. So you can either mute it, which is what I would do, or if I'm feeling clever and I need that note, let's try and get my thumb over the top. But I would probably just mute it like that. You can't really tell the difference. You really can't. So let's have a look at what we're going to play. So our count, as I think I said before, is at the top here, and our direction and plec and all that to coincide with that count is underneath it. So let's begin. So the first thing we're going to look at is C, and we're going to move to an A. And we see that the count is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we have to move to that A on the and after the 2, like so. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now after the 4, you'll see the and there with an upstroke. We've got to go back to the C again. And it's really tricky to get from the A to there with no time to do it. So on that and after the 4, play the strings open on the upstroke as you're moving back. Don't fear doing that, because that's what everybody does. You listen to the record, slow it down, and you'll hear them doing it themselves. It'll sound like this, slowly. And you'll hear that. Why are they doing that? Because because it's the only way you can get back to that C quickly enough, really, for the next downbeat. Okay, so let's do that again. 1 and 2 and 3. Now you'll notice the 3 is missing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So there's our first line done with a bit of pace. Okay, okay. Then look at our second line. Ooh, we've got 4 chords now over 2 bars, quite a bit of movement. So let's just see what's going on before we panic. We've got a C and an A. Well, we know how to do them because we've just been doing them. We've got 1 and 2 and 3. And again, we don't hit the 3. Our hand still moves, but we just don't strike the strings. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on the and after the 3, we come up to play the G. But again, we miss the 4th beat with the down in order to give it that pattern, that rhythmic pattern. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then straight to the F with a bar, or this way, you know, I'll put a bar on because that's what the diagram's showing you. And 1 and 2, 3. Okay, let's look at what that is, that last bar. And 1 and 2, 3. And 1 and 2, 3. And 1 and 2, 3. Dam, ba, dam, dam. And then the final beat on beat 4 is a D. So, and 1 and 2, 3, 4. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. Put it together. And then you've got 2 bars of D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now you'll notice that I'm putting like a little choky effect to give the impression that there's a drum. Boom, ba, cha, you know. Which is a nice little technique to learn. Let's have a look at what it is. Now you don't have to do it. You can go. But if you can do it, it just gives it a little bit more, you know, a little bit more dynamic. It just sounds better, basically. What am I doing? Well, my hand's not changing direction. It's still doing this. Okay, I'm not in any way moving the direction of the hand. But what I am doing is this. 1 and 2. As I play the 2 and beats 2 and 4, I come down with my pluck, but I allow this part, this palm, this bit of my hand here, to just choke the strings. I don't do this and do. I go. It's part of the movement. Chop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we got 2 bars of that D. Now that's optional. You can do it if you want. It does make it sound a bit more rhythmic. Have a go at it. All right. Now the next thing you're going to play, we're on to page 2 where the actual layout of the song is. Before we get into it, you'll notice that there's a chord B minor in there, which I've not put a diagram. I've not given you a diagram for that. I'm going to show you how to play it now. You're going to put a bar at the 2nd fret, and you're going to play these. You know, you've got your 2nd finger on the 2nd string, a 3rd finger on the 4th string, and your little finger on the 3rd string. Okay, bars at the 2nd fret. It's like an A minor shape, moved up. Okay, A minor, A sharp minor, B minor. That's what it is. Try not to abbreviate this chord if you can, because what we don't want is to hear any horrible open strings. Okay, just get used to it. You've got to get your head around these, all you beginners out there. And don't forget, this is a beginner's lesson. So some things might be a little bit challenging, but it's worth it in the end. So now we're on to the song. I'll play the intro again. Song. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, and my life lost a minute of sleeping, worried about the things that might have been. Big wheels that keep on turning. John Fogerty, he sings it. I can't sing that I have to do it low. No, there's no more in the song than that. There really isn't. If you can do page 2, you've got the whole song covered more or less. Each of these chords, let's just be clear what's going on. The intro, whenever you see this where it says note C sheet 1 for intro breakdown, that's what we were just doing. So whenever you see the intro popping its head up again, that's what you'll play. Each of these chords here represents 1 bar. All right, so you can't mess it up. If you've got 4 lots of D and another 4 lots of D, you will do 4 bars. Sorry, you'll do 8 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and etc. etc. The only thing I would point out, I've written this out exactly as the record. When you're playing on your own and you haven't got any additional instruments, when you get to this bit here, when we get to the end of the chorus after verse 2, you will see we've got our intro, and then it's got like a little solo here. And if you're playing along with the record, you'll play these chords here exactly as written out, and your vocal will come back here. Now, if I was going to be playing this song and I had no other instrumentation to fill these bars of nothing, because that's what it'll sound like if you don't have anything. If you've got no singing there, it's just boring, and all your audience will start talking and walk away. So what we'll do is, I would suggest, if you've got no other instruments to play a solo, you will play your intro there, and then you will come straight in with the next verse. So instead of doing intro, solo, intro, we will assume that intro is this one, and we'll continue with the song. All right? Otherwise, it won't work. But I've put it in there for you, just so you can get it exactly as the record. But that would be my advice to you if you're playing it live. Now, on the record again, the song fades out. No, we can't fade out. That sounds stupid if we're playing it live. So we're going to do this. I'll go into the last chorus. Big wheels that keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on a river, rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. Do one more. Rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. Intro. On the D, and sort of give it a bit of thrash or just hold it, and then accept the rapturous applause for playing such a wonderful song with grace and just a hint of smuggery. All right, Proud Mary, great song. One of those songs that, you know, God, they wrote some brilliant tracks, didn't they? But I love the way that certain songs, they just use the chords to make the riff. Another band that do that, an English band for those people in the States. What's this one? Met her in the club. You know the song. Kinks. Again, it's one of those iconic guitar riffs using similar chords. C, what is it? C, D, and E. Very simple, but very effective. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Remember, Patreon, there's a link if you want to have a look at what I'm doing on there. I'm teaching people, the last video was showing them how to write these things out themselves. So say you're in a band and you want to share impart your knowledge to them, as I do with you, you can, I'm showing you how you can write out your own idiot-proof stuff. And there's a template there as well. So, you'll get one of these to go with it. So without the capo, but it's all there, so you can just have a look at that. I'll be doing a gear rundown as well, all the guitars that I use, the next one I do, because I've got lots of different guitars and I don't collect them for fun. I use every single one of them, all of them I used, and I've got loads of them. So I'm going to go through all of those things and show people who ask, and I've had a lot of requests, how do I get a sound on this? How do you get a sound on that? So we'll have a look at that as well. So all those things, all additional stuff, it's not going to affect my YouTube stuff. I'm still going to be doing 2 free lessons a week. It's just behind the scenes stuff that hopefully you will find interesting. And if you want to support me and keep these things going, join Patreon and it will help. Right, on that note, I shall love you and leave you, and I shall look forward to seeing you on Saturday with a track that I've yet to, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If you've got any suggestions, get in touch and let me know. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.